and my internal organs beg me to stop doing that every time I do that. It feels so unnatural. And so what's going on with all this is that all these great groove drummers that we've all grown to know and love, Zigaboo Morley's Clyde Stubblefield, Jumbo Starks with James Brown, Bernard Purdie, even John Bonham, all of these guys grew up listening to music that swung, music that had a swing feel on the drum set. All throughout the 40s and 50s, you know, these guys were listening to big band stuff, early rhythm and blues, early rock and roll, bebop, you know, all this stuff was music that swung. All these things on the drum set, blues, you know, shuffles, they were all based in a swing feel. Now, you know, there was straight stuff going on in classical and rudimental drumming, but on the drum set, everything was played with a swing feel. And once, you know, not until really the late 50s, early 60s, did things start to straighten out with the advent of the bossa nova and the Beatles, right? That's when things started to get a little bit straighter. So up until this point, all these guys, Bonham and Zigaboo, who were both born in 1948, they're listening to music that swung. So when they tried to get on the drums and start playing straight 16th notes, they had a natural lope in their playing. This came very natural to them. So for us, we've all lived through a very unfortunate period of time in music known as the 80s, where everything was quantized, computerized, and straightened out to the nth degree, right? And so for us, you know, whether we want to or not, we've had some of this music enter our ear holes. And, you know, you may be holding for the credit card company, or you may be checking into a hotel. You know, you might be having a nice dinner with your wife. And, you know, we've all learned over time through experience, don't complain about the music when you're at dinner with your wife, right? So you have to hear these things. And so now we have to go back and readdress this notion of playing in between the cracks if we want to assimilate this into our playing, right? If we want to have this type of feel. Okay, so now that we've started to develop a good feel for the Ratcliffe groove, that's our foundation, that's our key. So that when you start adding the accents and the syncopation and leaving the spaces in Sissy Strut, if you've already got the Ratcliffe thing feeling good, right, then you're going to be able to make Sissy Strut feel that much better. So now, let me show you how we can take the Ratcliffe groove again and morph it into some other of Zigaboo's grooves, right? So now I want to take the Ratcliffe groove, I'm going to morph it into Hey Pockway, right? Have any of you guys heard this yet? Okay, for those of you guys who have not heard Zigaboo and the meters yet, I'm actually envious of you guys because you now get to go home and you're going to have a new, I think, you're going to have a new favorite drummer and a new favorite band. And I wish that I could go home tonight and be as excited about music as you guys are about to be, right? Because when I was 17, 18 years old and really started digging into this stuff, I had heard it a lot, you know, growing up. But once I really started trying to learn how to play this stuff, man, it was very, very exciting for me. So, okay, I'm going to morph the Ratcliffe groove into Hey Pockway. I'm going to do this by starting off with a straight up Ratcliffe thing, and then I'm going to take away the backbeat on 2 and 4. Then I'm going to slow it down just a little bit, and I'm going to swing it just a little bit more. Then I'm going to move the hands to the snare drum, and voila, we'll be playing Hey Pockway. Check it out.